The problem statement for this experiment is the formation of black mold occur the best at temperature of 20 degrees Celsius or higher and exposure to moisture for 5 days. In our experiment, we have set two research questions. First, our research question is, does formation of black mold occur the best at warmer temperature than colder temperature? And our second research question is, does long exposure to moisture affect the formation of black mold? There are three hypotheses that we draw for this experiment. First, the higher the temperature, the best the black mold can form. Second, the longer the time exposure of black mold to moisture, the better mold can grow and form. Last one, black mold can form well in a warm and moist environment. The objective we carry out this experiment is to study how does different range of temperature affect the formation of black mold. Another objective for this experiment is to study how does different exposure time to moisture affect the formation of black mold.
Agreed with the measurement of 3 cm times 3 cm was made on each of the bread to calculate the size of the mold colony. The growth of mold on each slice of bread were monitored in 5 days. The size of colony on each bread was recorded. The percent of colony of mold in each grid is less than half, it will count as 0, while if the size of colony is more than half of the grid, it will count as 1. The data of the mold then will be counted and then will be collected together. The average number of all the mold collected then will be counted.
As we use a quadrat with system plots with 3 cm times 3 cm area, the type of sampling used is stratified random sampling. The type of data collected for independent variable is temperature and exposure to moisture. For dependent variable, the growth of black mold on the bread, and for control variable is the type of bread. For each bread, 2 replicates is made. So in each different type of environment, there are 3 breads used.
Now we put our samples that not exposed to moisture in the fridge. Now we put our sample in the refrigerator. And this sample we put under the refrigerator. Now we put our samples in the wardrobe. This is sample that exposed to moisture and we put in the room temperature. It in the fridge and now in the refrigerator, and this we put under the refrigerator. This is result of our samples in the fridge and in the refrigerator. And this is result in room temperature. This is result of our sample under the refrigerator. This is result of our samples that exposed to moisture in the fridge and in the refrigerator. This is results in the room temperature, and this is results under the refrigerator.
The statistical analysis that we choose to use is ANOVA. We choose this because from our hypothesis, there is significant difference between mean number of black mold colony in 4 different environments. if we assume that the data that we have is normally distributed, we use parametric test, which is between ANOVA and t-test. The next step is we count the number of groups of independent variables. In our experiment, we have 4 groups of independent variables, so we use ANOVA that can compare means of more than 2 groups at a time.